fans, welcome back to another edition of Tell Us About That. I'm your host, On Fire. Now, on December 23rd, the heavyweight division was shifted in a way that hasn't been done in quite some time. 12 heavyweights were invited to Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, in order to compete. 6 fights. And out of those 6 fights, 6 of the participants were ranked in the top 10 of the heavyweight division. Unraveling, who was ranked number 10, was getting the opportunity to face number 2, Anthony Joshua. Number 5, Joseph Parker, was given the opportunity to face number 3, Deontay Wilder. Also on the card, Filip Hrgović, who was down by number 9 and number 8, Ajit Kabayal, who was not ranked in the heavyweight division. Frank Sanchez, who was ranked about 6 or 7 in the heavyweight division. And these assumptions and opinions are based on who you asked, right? Some of these fighters may not even be in the top 10 of some of the discussions you have with other people. So as the champion, they have Alexander Usyk, who's recognized ring champion, as well as the WBA, WBO, and IBF champion. Number 1, after the champion, recognized champion, is Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury is holding the WBC portion of the heavyweight titles. Thereafter comes Anthony Joshua. It was Deontay Wilder. But since Deontay Wilder lost to Joseph Parker, Deontay Wilder moves down to number 9. In his place, Shilei Zhang moves up from number 4 to number 3, therefore giving the number 4 spot to Joseph Parker. The number 6 spot was given to the person who was holding number 8 prior to stopping Junior Fa in round 7, Frank Sanchez. Jared Anderson is around number 7 in the top 10 of the heavyweight division. Who else was on the card? Aslanbek Makhmudov. He came in with a big highlight and, big promises and promising things for Makhmudov. Ajit Kabayal, he didn't get the memo. He didn't get the hype. He went in there and he did what he was supposed to do, and he stopped Makhmudov, and he did so with body shots. So that puts him in the top 10 of the heavyweight division. So that did a little bit of shuffling of who was where in terms of the numbers and the rankings. The only change really is Unraveling moving out and Ajit Kabayal taking his position. Other than that, the same 9 fighters are still in the top 10, just in different position amongst the totem pole, right? So on February 17, we have Alexander Usyk and Tyson Fury facing off to decide undisputed, undefeated heavyweight champion. So Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk, they decide who the winner is. No matter what, here's my take on things. No matter what, I believe that because there's a rematch clause, the IBF will be involved. The IBF will be involved because Filip Hrgović is ranked number 1 and is the mandatory challenger for the IBF title. The winner of the unification bout should, by IBF standards, face Filip Hrgović. But there is a rematch clause in place. And as we all know, the IBF does not recognize rematch clauses. And so therefore, it is expected that the IBF will strip whoever is the undisputed champion at the time and vacate the title. That gives Filip Hrgović the opportunity to fight for that title. Anthony Joshua will fight for that title as well. And then he announced that he was fighting against Francis Ngannou on March 8th. Therefore, still giving him time to take care of that fight, recoup, see who the winner is on February 17th, and then be prepared, barring any injuries or any losses or any cuts, to go immediately against the winner of unified champion Alexander Usyk and Tyson Fury. Also on the card, on the undercard of the Anthony Joshua Francis Ngannou, Deontay Wilder's back. Despite him taking a loss and not really doing anything on the 23rd of December in the Day of Reckoning, Deontay Wilder is coming back, and it is rumored that he's going to be facing Zhilei Zhang, the number 3 heavyweight ranked in the world. And so, that's a fight that's on. Also, they're bringing Parker back. Joseph Parker is possibly facing Filip Hrgovic, because Zhilei Zhang was another name that was mentioned. But Zhilei Zhang will be fighting Deontay Wilder on that date. So there's a lot happening in the heavyweight division right now. There's a lot of people that want to see the heavyweights. The heavyweights are where the excitement is. Saudi Arabia is putting on these fights, and they have the money to do so. So they're able to get all these fighters on a card. The only thing is that the fights may start a little bit earlier, and I don't know that anybody would really complain about that, because sometimes when we watch fights that are done here, we're up to 1:30 in the morning watching the fighters walk in for the final fight. And so, it's a good thing. I welcome it. I don't mind, And so, yeah, so that's what they're doing. But this here wasn't even for that, So the heavyweight division is really coming back into the mix of divisions that are starting to make noise and starting to put together the fights that the fans want to see. Now, hopefully down the line, the fans get Deontay Wilder versus Anthony Joshua. Some of the fans may not want to see that after Anthony Joshua took out Otto Wallin, but Deontay Wilder didn't beat Joseph Parker. Maybe Deontay Wilder comes back and looks spectacular against Zhilei Zhang. And so now the people will start saying that they want to fight again, and they'll start having mixed feelings and mixed emotions about what they think will happen if the two fighters face off. So we'll see. A lot is happening in the heavyweight division. And remember, anything can happen in the heavyweight division. One punch can change the tide of a whole fight. So no matter what, always stay tuned in. Always stay aware. Keep your eyes open. Don't blink, because anything can happen. But in the case of Deontay Wilder, his last time out, nothing can happen as well, right? But better to be safe than sorry. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this rant. And let me know what you think about the heavyweight division making its way back into one of the divisions that's being spoken about. Let me know what you think about the heavyweights, and where do you have them situated amongst the rankings. Thank you for watching. Tune in next time when we just do what we do.